Ladies and gentlemen, can we have your attention again, please? Shh. That always seems to work. So I hope you enjoy your dinner here tonight. Desserts will be on the way shortly, but we wanted to move our program along. And the next portion of this program is really what this is all about, because you will find families, people who have gone through struggles dealing with cancer and other situations, why Lending Hearts is so important. Because there's nothing better than hearing it firsthand from somebody, some family that's gone through this and understands why Lending Hearts has meant so much to them. In television, we call it proof of performance. We're going to show you why here tonight. We have a wonderful family, as I mentioned, from my neck of the woods in Hopewell Township. So we're almost related then, pretty much, I would say. The Pavlisko family. They're here with us tonight, and they're going to tell you the story of their daughter, Kennedy, who is now 8 years old. And I'm happy to tell you that she's gone through her own cancer diagnosis, and she'll be ringing the bell pretty soon. So we're very happy about that with Kennedy. So you could read more about her, and it's written through her mother's beautiful words in the program. But we welcome here to the stage right now a family who's gone through cancer, everything that comes with it, and knowing that they've relied on Lending Hearts to get them through it as well. So we welcome Brian, Jennifer, older sister Addie, and the one and only Kennedy Pavlisko. Please come down.
How's everybody doing? We're very honored to be here tonight with such wonderful people to tell Kennedy's story and the wonderful things that she has been able to do as part of the Lending Hearts organization. For a while, the pandemic was a time of isolation. It became the new normal for us. In 2021, Kennedy was getting back to school and activities like being a Girl Scout and doing softball. As part of the new normal, Kennedy was out of school for a close contact because someone on her school bus ride had some COVID symptoms. As a few days went by, she seemed to get symptoms, and we thought that she had gotten COVID from the close contact incident. After not getting better for some time, we decided something else might be going on, and that we went to the ER at Children's Hospital right away. After a few hours of tests in the ER, our world changed as we were told she had leukemic blasts in her blood and most likely some form of leukemia. After further testing, she was diagnosed with B-Cell ALL. She was admitted to the hospital immediately, had her port placement surgery, and began her treatments. We went from thinking that her having COVID was a bad thing to a new normal that we never would have thought for her or our family. Kennedy's treatment was intense, but she's a strong little girl and powered through everything that was thrown at her. She continued to finish the first grade on time, virtually with the help of her wonderful teacher. She started the second grade that way as well. One of the hardest things to adjust to was the intense sense of isolating ourselves from the world during the early parts of her treatment because she had an immune-compromised state. We were worried all the time if she would catch something that a person would usually fight off, but she would not be able to and most likely end up with a trip to the ER or possibly a lengthy stay at the hospital. After a long time, we were just used to not going places and not having many visitors other than maybe a home health nurse to give her certain medications that were part of her treatment cycles. My wife Jennifer had found some information on lending hearts during a hospital visit and followed some of the things that they had been doing with the patients and out in the community. One day she said that there was a Lending Hearts event where they were going to the movie theater in Robinson for a showing of Sing 2. We talked about it and decided to check it out. I cannot express how wonderful something like going to the movies could be for a little girl who had not been out to do something like that for such a long time. As parents, it was very unnerving to get back out there, but that day we met Vaso, her daughter, and even some of the families who have been involved in Lending Hearts for quite a few years. The sense of comfort and ease we had, knowing that these people had taken our journey as well and been on a similar path as us, gave us a sense of safety and belonging. These were our kind of people, and they understood us. Since then, Kennedy has been able to have some wonderful experiences with Lending Hearts. She's been able to go to a pizza place and learn how pizza's made and get to put the pizza in the oven all by herself. The experiences with the Pittsburgh Pirates have been the most amazing, from being on the field level during warm-ups and the games and meeting players, as well as the baseball camp that was on the field. The baseball camp was very nice because she was able to share that by bringing her older sister, Addison. And they had some very nice time with the coaches and the players, including David. During the meet and greet David put on with Lending Hearts more recently, Kennedy got to ask him what his favorite food was, and he responded, pizza. So I think he might come make pizzas with us if we go back to the pizza place again. I feel like, in a way, being here tonight was the right fit for our family. From us being a family from Hopewell Township and Bob being from Hopewell as well, it's a deep connection. Our girls are big baseball fans, and they love the game. They play fast-pitch softball. Our older daughter, Addison, is a pitcher, just like David. And she plays for a travel team that is out of McKees Rocks, where David has many deep roots with his family. So the world is big, but sometimes we all get brought together at the right time for the right reason. Today is February 1st, and Kennedy begins her final month of chemo treatment, including a spinal sedation, where she'll be at Children's Hospital at 7:30 in the morning tomorrow. The end of her treatment will be February 28th, where she will take the last chemo pill, and we are so excited for her because many of our friends and family will be joining us at Children's Hospital on February 29th to watch her ring the bell and signify the end of her treatment and being cancer-free. Thank you very much.
So that'll be a big day. Mark it down, February 28th. Kennedy rings the bell. We look forward to that, Kennedy. Before we bring on our special guest here tonight who will receive our Lending Hearts Award, desserts will be served. We'll be back at you in about 10 minutes. So please enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, can we have your attention? It is the coup de grace part of the evening here where we hand out our Lending Hearts Award, which goes to one outstanding Pittsburgh resident and also Pittsburgh Pirate player. Shh. Before I bring up David Bednar to receive this award, I want to also tell you that in 12 years of doing this, they've had a pretty amazing list of people who have won it before him, starting with Dr. Stanley Marks over here, who's, I think, just a regional treasure, one of the best people that you can possibly know. You know, everyone's in the business of doing whatever they do. And David, you can convert 31 out of 32 saves, but you miss one. He can't afford that one miss. He never misses. He always does his best. And that's the ultimate pressure. And Stan, it's amazing what you do, and continue doing it, because Pittsburgh's a better place because of you. After Stan, we honored Merrill Hodge, who's won this award. Aaron Smith of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Corey O'Connor was an award winner, as was James Conner. Then we had Tyler and Brandy Kennedy. See that, Kennedy? You're not the only Kennedy that won an award. There was another Kennedy, and that's you. And then we had Jamison Tyone, former Pirate pitcher who went through his own cancer diagnosis. Joe Manganiello was one of our award winners. Neil Walker, who is here with us tonight, was here 2 years ago as our award winner. We miss your father. I know he was proud to be here that night. And Neil's done a great job in the broadcast booth. Now, you know, he has the GQ looks and everything else, and so he'll make it big there. And last year it was Mr. Cam Hayward. So that's a pretty specific and very great list of people who have done a great job, not just for their teams or whatever it is they do, but also for Pittsburgh in general. And so this year's winner is a man who has been really an amazing Pittsburgher from Mars, Pennsylvania. His entire family is here, and boy, I can't imagine his mom and dad, how proud they must be, because not only is David in the majors, but brother Will is with the Giants organization and soon will be. And so therefore, I look forward to seeing the split hat that you may have to wear, the P and the SF on one side, or whatever it is parents do, but you should be very proud. Before we bring David up, I'd like to present this video, which was put together by the outstanding media staff of the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Pirates do a great job of supporting local charities, and this man we're about to introduce does that on his own as well. He's from Mars, and believe me, he wants to be here for a long, long time, anchoring this Pirate bullpen. Last year was a saves leader. He's a two-time All-Star, but more importantly, an All-Star in the community. That's why we're honoring here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, this year's Lending Hearts Award winner, Mr. David Bednar.
Wow, I was not expecting that video at all. As always, the Pirates Charities and Madison Harrison, you guys absolutely always knock it out of the park. Whew, wow. I don't know how I'm supposed to follow up dessert, but you know, thank you everyone for having me here. I'm just so incredibly humbled to be honored by such an amazing organization. Lending Hearts does so much in our community, and they just spread so much positive energy and joy, and their reach is immeasurable. You know, I think first I need to thank Vaso for, you know, everything that you do. It's truly incredible. Just your selflessness and you know, your want to help as many people as you can is it's so impressive. You know, when I first heard your family's journey and how Lending Hearts came to be, I was absolutely speechless. And how you're able to turn it into such a positive and affect so many people, it's astonishing, really. So, it's so evident by everybody in this room. You can tell that they genuinely care. And on that same note, I think it's so impressive that, what you're able to build and that community like feel to it. Everyone here, unfortunately, has been impacted by cancer in one way or another. I've had a few family members be diagnosed with cancer, and one in particular really stands out to me. I'll never forget it. I was playing minor league baseball in Southern California at the time, a small town, Lake Elsinore, and I got a call from my grandfather saying he got diagnosed with lung cancer. And I think when you hear that news, you're kind of shook and you don't really know what to do at the time. And during that off season, during his treatment, he was living at home with us. And so I got to see firsthand not only how difficult it was for him to, go through all of the doctor's appointments, go through all the treatments and everything like that, but not only how tough it was on him, but how tough it was on our whole family. Unfortunately it passed, but the biggest thing for me is that it just reinforced that belief of how important community is. And, I think that's a big reason as to why I love working with Lending Hearts and why Lending Hearts holds a special place in my heart. So, I remember back in 21 when I first got traded to the Pirates, Pirates Charities does a great job of, hosting various groups, but there's one in particular that really stood out. I remember there was a group of kids there that were just smiling, had the biggest smiles, and just having a blast at the ballpark. And I come to find out that they were Lending Hearts kids. And, having a sense of what they're going through day in, day out, it just really reinforced that need of and how special just opportunities like that are, just to enjoy a day at the ballpark and have fun with their family and get out of their like day-to-day routines and just have fun and be a kid. So I was so fortunate to be able to be involved with so many of those activities. And, last year was a big one. I got to meet so many amazing kids, and, I was fortunate enough to meet Kennedy. And, Kennedy gave me a little ribbon with her name on it, and I've kept it with me ever since. So we're going to make that pizza someday. Again, thank you for the round of applause for Kennedy. She deserves it. Kennedy's an absolute rock star, the epitome of a warrior. I think as closers, you're supposed to be pretty mentally tough, handling the back end of the games and everything like that, but it's nothing in comparison to what these kids go through and how they're able to handle it day in, day out with such a positive attitude. It's really inspiring to me and all my teammates. So when I was younger, my dad would always tell me, leave it better than you found it. So at first it was just, if we were in a classroom, a weight room, whatever field we were at, and it was just, pick up after yourself and leave it better than as soon as you got there. So now I found it to have a deeper meaning, and that's having a positive impact everywhere I go. And I think, looking around, there's so many great Yinzers in this room. I think everybody here knows just how special it is to be from Pittsburgh, that pride we all share, that sense of community, and just that looking out for everyone. And that's why I'm so fortunate to, wear the black and gold and play in my hometown and get to work with awesome organizations like Lending Hearts. So to close it out, I can confidently say on the behalf of Lending Hearts, thank you all for your continued contributions and support, and we look forward to the next step, and let's leave it better than we found it. Thank you.
That's how you make your parents proud, David. I was focused in. I saw crying over there. Every time I'm at a Stan Marks events, I cry. So I mean, this is what happens, but it's all worthwhile, and that's great. You still keep the little ribbon that Kennedy got you, and she is somebody who certainly does inspire others, for sure. That's the great thing about kids. They don't think about these things the way I think as adults we do. We get worried, stressed out. Kids just know that they're going to continue, and it's a great message for everyone. All right, I wanted to let you know the silent auction will close in about 5 minutes, but one bit of, is that right? Okay. I didn't want to shortchange anyone. If you wanted to stay longer, you can. But anyway, package number 2, the golden ticket winner is bidder number 710. 710, this is a ticket, a $1,000 gift card to Nemacolin Woodlands Resort and Spa. Number 710, I think it is Mr. and Mrs. Choksi. I think, is that right? You're looking. Did you know that, or where's your ticket? You couldn't find it. Well, I found it for you. I was sifting through. So I didn't know for sure, but I'm glad it's you. You've been a great supporter, so thank you guys very much. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting Lending Hearts. We'll do it again next year. Congratulations to David Bednar, his entire family, and also Kennedy, keep it rocking. We appreciate it. Look forward to her ringing the bell. Thank you. Drive home safely. We'll see you next year.